Oh, champ. Run up these likes, run up these likes. We have a very sad day in the city of Atlanta, or should I say hip hop as a whole. The DOJ is now confirming that Gucci Mane cooperated and identified Pooh Shiesty and Big30 as suspects in the armed robbery. This is nasty work. I need you to run up these likes. Gucci Mane, why did you do this, champ? Your legacy is ruined. One of the biggest street rappers of all time, the biggest, the king of trap music, is told, champ. Gucci Mane told, and guess who said it first? 50 Cent. Ain't that crazy? Let's take a look.
Gucci Mane got robbed and didn't tell nobody but the law. I told y'all, man, people who are paying goddamn taxes and law-abiding citizens, man, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. Pooh Shiesty, Big30, come on. That shit dead. Robbing people, trying to goddamn extort. That shit dead.
But wait, we got the fine print, so a lot of y'all ain't even paying attention. Let me search this screen. The DOJ criminal complaint claims that Gucci Mane helped identify Pooh Shiesty and Big30 as the assailants. This means that Gucci Mane is telling. This statement alone says that Gucci Mane is telling. If you don't think he's telling, you might be a bozo. Sorry, not sorry. Yes. If you're still gonna listen to Gucci Mane classics, well, this man cooperated, and he's gonna get these guys locked up. Oh, champ. Smoke Session says, "Hey, Showface, I think them clone rumors are true. Now, because ain't no way, boy, the old Gucci would have even dead. That's that Keisha Dior Gucci. Hey, champ, I don't believe that Gucci Mane was cloned at all. I think he told." Well, it's not even about what I think. The goddamn DOJ said he cooperated, and if you think I'm still lying, well, we get the goddamn statement. As a matter of fact, let's make that bigger, shall we? Who is this? JRMM and RD describe Williams Jr. as wearing a black Nike brand Shiesty mask, black hooded shirt. That's Radric Williams, right? What's bro's name? And black pants during the offense. An online search of Williams Jr.'s matched the individual depicted throughout at Pooh Shiesty. So again, man, he told. Now you see the fine print right there. Listen, I don't want to hear about the I don't want to hear about the clone rumors now. Nah, nigga, that's Gucci Mane. No. That's Gucci Mane. You know, that's the same Gucci Mane that clapped Pookie Loc. That's the same one. No. That's the same God chick. Oh, y'all didn't think it would happen. Linda Russell says that can't be the real Gucci. The real Gucci in his old songs, he say he don't F with snitches. Well, times have changed. Sorry, champs. This is just what it is, gang. Oh, champ. Gucci Mane is cooperating, ladies and gentlemen. If you had any indication that WAP was telling, well, he did. He did, yeah. He did. Oh, champ. Gucci Mane is telling. He told, man. The DOJ is confirming he told. I didn't want to believe these things. Yeah, he got a security guard that's an undercover police officer who may have been the guy, but no, this was Gucci his goddamn self. You heard? Oh, champ. Atlanta's not gonna have a good 2026. Salute to Atlanta though. Jay Nitty says Gossip Mane, aka Mr. He did it. Yeah. Yo, listen. It don't matter if you was on the wrong end of a crime. You're still not supposed to tell. We talking about Gucci Mane. You have to understand that this is one of the kings of trap music, man. This man was making that pot scraping music, man. Herb says, not big bad Gucci. LO, if Gucci told, I know the rest of these niggas telling. Anyone can tell. We don't know who's telling. We don't know who's doing the goddamn telling. Oh, Gucci. Not Guap. Nasty work. Hey, come on, Gucci. Why'd you snitch, champ? Linda says the old Gucci was in and out of prison. Think about it. Waka Flocka stopped effing with Gucci when he got cloned. Nah, I don't believe that. I think that's a conspiracy theory. Rats don't get cloned. Have you ever seen a cloned rat before? I haven't. Have you ever seen a cloned rat? I never seen 2 Pikachus in my entire life. I've seen one. One Pikachu I've seen. I haven't seen 2. I only seen 1 Mickey Mouse. I haven't seen 2. Hey, champ, this guy's a rat. Sorry, champs. Not sorry. Oh, champ. They don't clone rats. Rats don't have to be cloned, champ. Listen, if rats was cloned, then there would be an influx of Chinese food everywhere. If that was the case, champ. You would have... Maybe that's the reason. Okay, listen. Let's go with the rats get cloned theory, alright? Listen, if rats get cloned, then there's going to be a lot more Chinese food franchises throughout the rest of this year. Because they got too many rats, right? They got too many rats, and eventually someone's going to have to eat those rats, champ. You're going to have to General Tso or Sesame those goddamn rats. With time, champ. Smoke Session Time says, bro, they're trolling the rumors. Nobody believes he was cloned. Niggas is trolling. Nah, some people do believe he was cloned, champ. Now, crazy enough, a rat like Poetik Flakko, a proud rat, he didn't even want to believe that Gucci Mane told. And this is like 24 hours before we learned that Gucci Mane told. Here's what Flakko said.
You know, capping, lying, right? You know, like posting old videos with the jury, pretending like the jury was still here. Now, I don't want to say Gucci Mane told because I don't think he told. There's videos that exist. But, you know.
But he did. You don't want to say it, but Guap told, man. He told. Yeah, he did. He did, though. Linda Russell says Andy contradicted himself because in his old phone, he was talking about, I would never snitch on my homies, even if they weren't my homies. I'm not snitching, like he contradicted himself. Of course. Rats often contradict themselves. It's a goddamn shame that Gucci Mane is a goddamn rat. It's unfortunate, champ. Shane Liddy says, mess around and grow an extra air-eating clone rats with a side of rice. Hey, maybe I like my rats cloned, champ. I like, listen, ain't nothing wrong with some goddamn well-seasoned rat, champ. Listen, rat tastes good with the right stuff on it. I'm just saying. Maybe it's a town thing. Maybe it's a town thing, but we don't question our dishes, champ. Linda Russell says he contradicted himself. Yes, he did. He did, oh champ. Smoke says, I bet he didn't. He didn't. His ass was in the briefing room, so he know the factual basis. Oh, champ. They did it in front of an off-duty cop. That don't change nothing. Gucci Mane cooperate. At this point, Gucci Mane might as well take the goddamn stand and get all of them locked up, champ, for a long time. Word on the street, they stole this man's jewelry and sold it for only $10,000. Yes, you sold millions of dollars worth of jewelry to a pawn shop for whatever the pawn shop was worth, nigga. How you gonna sell goddamn Gucci Mane jewelry for $10,000? That's insane, champ. That was a nasty return. All you got back was 10 racks? Oh, champ. These niggas was starving. So they took a goddamn Greyhound from Memphis, Tennessee, all the way to Dallas, Texas. That's a long ride. I ain't gonna lie, gang. Taking a Greyhound bus from goddamn Memphis, Tennessee, all the way to Dallas, Texas is absolutely insane. These niggas was on a limb, champ. That's insane. Oh, champ.
See what Gucci Mane is going to do will be very interesting. Because if Gucci Mane even cooperates, or for example, if Gucci Mane is asked to let's say, yo, he's called to come and testify. Do you think Gucci Mane is gonna come and testify and say, "Hey, Pooh Shiesty didn't do this"? After Pooh Shiesty essentially finessed millions of dollars from out of his hands in his pocket, because Gucci Mane could have easily took Pooh Shiesty and took him to a major and signed him for the $50 million and probably take 10%. But Pooh Shiesty put that money in Gucci Mane's out pocket Yo Gotti, right? So I don't think like Gucci Mane's trying to do Pooh Shiesty like.
It's over, gang. It's a wrap. It's a done deal. Oh, champ, yo. Smoke says, and then Wack jumped out there defending it, knowing when the paperwork said, "How you can't understand RD is Radric Davis." Well, do I need to put this goddamn paperwork back on the goddamn screen? And Radric Davis, described Williams Jr. is wearing a black Nike brand shiesty mask, black hooded shirt, and black pants during the offense. An online search of Williams Jr. matched the individual depicted throughout at Pooh Shiesty. And RD is Radric Davis, which is the government name of the one and only Gucci Mane, aka Guap, the living legend, or should I say the living rat champ. Your legacy is now ruined. The Gucci that we once knew, the Gucci that clapped up Pookie Loco and Jeezy sent them his through, the Gucci Mane that made the best of trap music ever about whipping up that goddamn work in that pot, well, that guy's no longer here, champ. Some people would like to believe that the rat was cloned. Listen, if you gonna say Gucci Mane was cloned, admit that the rat is cloned. It's just cloned rat, champ. Saying that Gucci Mane was cloned just means it's a cloned rat, champ. Oh, champ. Again, 50 Cent posted it before everybody else did. 50 already knew that Gucci Mane cooperated because 50 Cent seen the paperwork before everybody else did, which is crazy. Super Bantendo says Jeezy won the war. Well, I don't know about that because Jeezy is also said to be a rat as well, champ. So I don't know if anyone actually won. At the end of the day, it seems like everyone turned into goddamn Mickey Mouse for a 5-year-old's birthday party. I ain't gonna lie. Everybody got their rat costume on like they at a goddamn children's party in school somewhere. Unfortunately, champ, it's not looking good. Oh, champ, god damn it, Radric Davis. Why did you do it? Now I have to clear my playlist of everything Gucci. Now I can't believe the pot scraping, champ. I can't believe the trapping no more. This was some authentic trap music, and you got damn told, champ. J. says all for 10 G's is some diabolical work. All champ Flakko look like he uses baked vampire bat grease as lotion. You are insane. Baked vampire bat grease is crazy. You must be smoking that good. I ain't gonna lie. Baked vampire bat grease is crazy, nigga. What made you think of that, champ? Only the strongest of strong smokes can give you such ideas, champ. I ain't gonna lie. I know from experience, by the way. Star Chizzy says these rappers only look like gangsters to sidewalk niggas. Yeah, champ. Yeah. And we gonna prove that later too, by the way. It's gonna be a very ugly night. Y'all make sure y'all tune into the homie Tough Stino later tonight. It's gonna be a very nasty one. We outside. We about to really get niggas out the pain. Yeah, we about to do niggas crazy because niggas thought they knew how to handle this. They don't know what the hell they're doing, and we got the receipts. I ain't gonna lie. But back to this nonsense. Gucci Mane, this is nasty. Guap, this is nasty word, champ. Why did you tell, nigga? Oh, champ, this must have really been some disrespect, nigga. Gucci Mane say, you know what? I'm tired of the street stuff. It's time to start telling, nigga. I'm telling. You heard? Oh, man. Linda says they show how people wear other people's faces like how they did on The Mask with Jim Carrey. I seen that, but guess what? Nigga, that's Gucci Mane. Nigga, that is goddamn 1017 Brick Squad Guap. Same nigga. Same nigga. But he's telling. Though. And hey, this is very crazy news coming out of the city of Atlanta. This doesn't help Atlanta for any reason. By the way, if one of your biggest artists, known to man, told, it looks bad. So we gotta put Gucci Mane and Gunna in the same category. We gotta put Gucci and Gunna is the same. So how does so you mean to tell me all the Atlanta rappers' names that start with a G is telling? Nasty work. So first it's Gunna and now it's Gucci. Very nasty. And guess what? Gunna and Gucci both start with a GU. So if you a rapper with GU in your name and you from the city of Atlanta, you might be a rat. You might be a rat, not gonna lie. You heard? You might be a goddamn rat. Yeah, champ. Fred says Gucci Mane was probably offered a deal to keep his assets. Doesn't matter what he was offered. What matters is this nigga told. Period. That's all that matters, champ. That's what matters. This is what's going on. This is very nasty, like I said. Champ. Nasty work. Yeah, Gucci about to take a mega hit for this one. I ain't gonna lie, man. Look. Your whole persona and image is to be a real street Negro. Apparently that did not turn out well at all. Yo, fam. This is ugly. This is very, very ugly, champ. I'm not gonna lie, this looks terrible. I don't know, man. And the crazy part is Gucci Mane was signing a lot of people on the street, which is wild. Gucci Mane was signing a bunch of people off the street. First of all, how was Pooh Shiesty so broke coming out of prison, bro? This nigga was that broke that he stole your chains and took them to the pawn shop and only got 10 bands? Nasty work. Only 10 bands? Nasty work. That's crazy. That Mickey Ficky says people get out of jail and do dumb, hit go right back. LOL, Gucci a businessman now. If snitch, well, I'll wait to see what happens. If. What you mean if? The DOJ confirmed it. I read the court paperwork. I read it twice. Radric Davis, who is the real government name of Gucci Mane, told. RD's Radric Davis. That's his name, champ. He did a whole album with that name, Radric Davis, back in the day. It's not a good look. I'm trying to tell you, bro. I read it not once, but 2 times. Radric Davis, the real name of Gucci Mane, this man cooperated with the feds to identify Pooh Shiesty and Big30 as assailants. He already told. Is he going to continue to tell? Well, 1,000%. He's in too deep now. He's in too deep, so he might as well keep going. Jay Nitty says, wait until 21 Savage drop his Atlanta accent and start slinging CBD-infused tea and crumpets to avoid any Rico. What Rico is 21 gonna get, though? And listen, man. Them London folks don't play, bro. Everything in London is not tea and crumpets. I'm gonna just say that. Them London folks is not tea and crumpets like you think. I ain't gonna lie. Linda Russell says the only real person that is airing the ish out is 50 Cent. And he was the first person to air it out. And that's a fact. You heard? This is crazy, man. Salute to Mike Savage. It's nasty work. Like, come on, wow. This look crazy. Oh, champ, it's a wrap for Gucci. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, your whole legacy is done, bro. Like, once you tell, it's over. It's over, man. Fred said Gucci Mane gonna be living protective custody somewhere in southern Texas. I don't think Gucci Mane gotta worry about anything or have any type of protection, because if we being real, who's gonna come for Gucci for telling on Pooh Shiesty? Anybody gonna come for Gucci for telling on this broke Negro? This guy wasn't getting no money, man. These niggas traveled on a Greyhound bus from Memphis, Tennessee, all the way to goddamn Dallas, Texas, to take the man chains and only recoup 10 bands. How you take $1 million in jewelry and only get 10 bands? Y'all niggas was that starving? These niggas must have not ate in 3 days. Say, hey man, we gotta sell these chains, these watches as quick as possible. You mean to tell me you had APs, Patek Philippe's, Rolexes, chains, all types of bracelets, and you only got 10 bands back, knowing that this nigga Gucci got diamonds dancing? Listen, at least get a bigger bag, champ. Y'all niggas sold all that, man. Listen, whatever pawn shop y'all went to, that pawn shop gonna be a different shop by next week, because you done made that person rich 100 times over by giving him Gucci Mane's ice, all his diamonds, man. You stole jewelry from Gucci, man. Man, what the hell? You only got 10 bands back is nasty word, bro. Listen, I'm telling you, them niggas probably ain't eating 3 days. I said, listen, with 10 bands, we could get 8,000 Big Macs, champ. With 10 bands, champ, we could get at least 80 Big Macs and go on about our way, champ. I hate to break it to you, but 10 bands is not gonna feed you for the year with McDonald's, champ. How starving were you Negroes that y'all had to go to such lengths, champ? This is absolutely insane. You mean, like, come on, bro. If I had Gucci Mane's jewelry, I'm not getting back 10 bands, bro. Nigga, one watch of Gucci Mane's is gonna cost you at least a couple $100,000. So you mean you only got 10 bands back? That's insane, bro. For all that jewelry, that's insane, gang. You should have been able to get the entire pawn shop plus more. Whoever the clerk was should have been able to give you their car and house behind you, giving them that jewelry. You pawned very, very expensive jewelry and only got 10 bands back. I should have gotten at least an entire block of houses. I should have been able to receive an entire boulevard of houses with the jewelry that Gucci Mane had in his possession. But you niggas just took a measly $10,000 in return for the jewelry, champ. Oh, champ. Only on the man's platform will you see this. This is bad. This is bad, bro. This is bad, nigga. Y'all literally got crumbs back, nigga. Y'all traded Gucci Mane's jewelry for a loaf of bread. You got a nice loaf of stale bread in return for stealing Gucci's goddamn jewelry. All that for. So you traveled from Memphis to Dallas in a Greyhound bus, a nasty, pissy, piss-infested goddamn Greyhound, which was probably the hottest Greyhound of all time. So y'all could have afforded to rob Gucci Mane of all of his icy belongings, champ. His icicles, champ. All of the icicles on that man's neck. You took it, you stole it, and you only pawned it for $10,000. Oh, champ, this is another struggle that I never knew existed. I ain't gonna lie, man. I never knew such things existed. I never knew these things existed. Linda Russell says that's insane that he was talking about people trying to steal his chain and he deleted them for doing it. Yo, listen, man. This is unfortunate, but listen, Gucci Mane, you're a rat, but goddamn, Big30 and Pooh Shiesty, you are the poorest rappers on the planetarium as far as I know, champ. due to your great heroic efforts of being dirty. Due to your dirty heroic, these are the most dirtiest heroics of all time. Y'all did a dirty mission. The Greyhound from Memphis to Dallas, dirty mission. This was the dirtiest of heroics I've ever seen in my entire life. Y'all like dirty heroics. What? Y'all are the dirtiest heroes in mankind, champ. 10 bands off of millions of dollars worth of jewelry? You got robbed, but you didn't care because you was that dirty. You didn't care because you was that dirty, champ. You were filthy. You said, listen, man, with 10 bands, we can get us something to eat. We didn't eat in like 5 days. We need something now, champ. Yo, listen. We got all this ice. Listen, if you got 10 bands, just give us 10 bands, man. We're fine with 10 bands in exchange. Even though we did take this long ass trip from Memphis on the dirtiest pissy Greyhound of all time to get here, champ. Yeah, we jumped on the Greyhound. We robbed Gucci Mane. We took all of his ice worth millions of dollars, and guess what we got? 10 bands. Only $10,000. Listen, you were 10,000 times, richer than I guess you were before you robbed Gucci Mane. I don't know. But with the amount of jewelry you had and the value of jewelry you had, you mean to tell me you couldn't take over half of Dallas, Texas? It's kind of crazy, bro. Listen, with the money you could have got off of those chains, with the money you could have gotten off of those chains, man, y'all could have flew to Bali. Y'all could have avoided this entire Rico altogether. Y'all could have flew to a place where the feds would never go. With this much money, you could have been a part of the Metro cartel in Mexico, nigga. You could have joined the cartel with that money, champ. You could have been a part of the Mexican cartel, because the feds is not going to Mexico at all. At all. Yo, listen. The feds might have a 1996 Bulls record when it comes to getting people locked up and what have you, and getting people time. They might have that record. But them niggas ain't gangster enough to go to Mexico. I'm gonna tell you that right now. They're not going to Mexico. The feds are not going to Mexico. They know better. They're not stupid. You heard? We got a Glazer. Crush Style says saying anything for clicks at this point. Yo, only thing that's clicking is Frank tips against your tonsils. Get out of here, gangs. Stop being hugging Frank with your neck. How about that, man? You're juicing Frank right now with your neck. You're a Frank juicer. Did you know that? There should be a commercial for Frank juicing, because you're an expert at that. You're like a complete savage when it comes to Frank juicing. And we're watching you do it live and direct, champ, in 4K. In 4K, we watching you do it because you mad. For whatever dumbass reason, you mad, nigga. You juicing mad Frank, and you using your tonsils to the best of your abilities to juice Frank. By the way, it's kind of crazy. You might want to work the blade or something. I ain't gonna hold you. You might want to consider working the blade. That might be something you're interested in. You might want to take that up, as a hobby. Like, work the blade, champ. You a Frank juicer. Listen, there's people who want Frank juice. I never asked you to juice Frank, but apparently, you like zipping up the mayor's fly for some reason, which is crazy. It is what it is, though. It is what it is, though, man. It is what it is. But if you really mad, you're not gonna be as mad as you're gonna be in the next couple hours, because we about to definitely get crazy in the next couple of hours on the homie channel, Tough Stino. So yeah, gang, this is crazy, man. This is wild. Gucci Mane told, if you're mad at this, I really don't give a damn what you're mad at. Who cares? Gucci Mane, you're a rat. All right, you're part of the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse now. Congratulations, you made way. You're part of the rat conglomerate. You up there with Gunna, 6ix9ine, Alpo Martinez, all these people, man. You might make the Rat Hall of Fame, maybe, But this is nasty work, Gucci. Yeah, I know these dirty Negroes traveled far and wide to steal your chains and get $10,000. I mean, is he mad that these guys actually sold his chains for 10 bands? Because I'm not gonna hold you. If I was Gucci Mane in that situation, I would be completely upset. But I'm not gonna be upset enough to rat. I'm gonna be upset enough to get you niggas gone. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna be upset enough to get you niggas gone because you sold my very valuable ice for $10,000. You gotta go, bro. What the hell? Why, bro? Why? 10 bands is crazy. 10 bands is wild. $10,000? $10,000 is insane. This is what you're selling my stuff for? This is just crazy, bro. Crazy. Oh, Chan. Yo, man, these criminals in Memphis is some dusty criminals, man. I'm gonna just say that, man. Memphis be wildin', bro. Niggas will smoke somebody for a goddamn oatmeal raisin cookie out there in Memphis. Sheesh. Niggas will spin on you for an oatmeal raisin cookie. Nigga, two oatmeal raisin cookies out of a Chinese food spot could get the job done. You don't need a big bag to get things done. Apparently in the city of Memphis, and salute to Memphis, you could get somebody out of here for a fortune cookie, nigga. One fortune cookie could get the job done. You know, people usually put bags on people and all that. But then you could put a goddamn Oreo cookie box on a nigga's head out there in Memphis, nigga. You could put an Oreo cookie box on a nigga and get that nigga gone. It's kind of crazy, I ain't gonna lie. Let's get back to these comments, man. Linda says, this is all new to me, that you even talking about this. This is all new. I'm so glad to be hearing this because I was trying to figure it out. Why is Gucci acting like this and what's up with him? Well, he's a rat now, unfortunately. Jay Nitty says that's insane, traveling down from Memphis for a club section budget. Nigga, they sold Gucci Mane's $1 million worth of chains for a goddamn bagel with a no cream cheese. Just a plain bagel with nothing on it. That's what they did, Chad. They just made somebody insanely rich off of their own crimes, which is literally ass backwards. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Rich Red said, I'm not gonna lie, this is bad for the whole game. WAP was the truth for a lot of street-ish. His street persona was certified by real work. I'm in disbelief. It's because Gucci Mane was really out here pitching that work and making good music out of doing it. I'm not gonna hold you. Carl Anderson says they said they took the bus to Dallas. Yeah, they did. They took a Greyhound and literally came up short. If you get 10 bands out of Gucci's jewelry, you came up insanely short. You niggas had at least $3 to $5 million worth of ice in your possession, and this is what you do with it? Foolishness. Oh, man. Linda says, man, so they put a lot of fades in the music industry. It's over, man. 10 bands is crazy, bro. Just 10 bands is nuts. It's over. Yo, gang, I don't know, man. But yeah, Gucci Mane is a rat once again. You know this now. This is ugly. This is bad. Evil is afoot. If you're new to the Mane's channel, I need you to make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn the notification bell on so you catch up with all of the Mane's updates. Hit that like button as well, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Also, by the way, hit the hype button. You heard, when the video's done. And listen, if you're gonna get crazy later in a few hours, I'm gonna be on Tough Stino's page. If you're not subscribed to Tough Stino, I need you to make sure you subscribe to Tough Stino right now, because it's gonna be a very big crab massacre soon. Hit that like button. And one more thing before we get all the way up out of here, gang. You ready, gang? Easter Mayor, the one and only man, New York Mayor, F. Mondani, and you rocking with the town favorite Showface News, it's Big Gotham, and you already know it's the town versus everybody at all times. I'm up out of here, gang. Salute.